5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
All right. Here we are. How's everybody doing? It is Thursday. I actually have a friend of mine. Hey, Dan, how are you? I'm so sorry. I give my grief to you. I'm sorry. I'm stumbling over my tongue. I'm sorry the Queen has passed away. For anybody who hasn't seen this yet, I just popped in and noticed it is the headline, and I even though I've made jokes about the monarchy and so forth, I have nothing but, deep sadness for all the people who loved him and for the Queen. Quite a remarkable woman, without a doubt. So with all our friends in England, I'm sorry, guys. It's an awful thing. Let me see. I'm still fumbling around with the gear here while we're getting started. I wasn't going to do a show today, but I'm on, and I wanted to talk about this weekend. With the Queen passing, it sort of puts everything that's going on. It's really one of the most, this is a historical day. And think about it, someday, you'll know where you were. You were sitting here live with some guy who makes jokes about everything. So today I will refrain from any, monarchy jokes. It is a really sad thing. I believe she's the longest living queen. I don't know that for a fact, but I think, Dan, do you know? Is that the fact? Let's see what they're saying here. 1926 to 22, 70 years of service. She's 96 years old, and a remarkable woman. The fact that she is the Queen and she actually served during World War II, I think that's a remarkable fact. Hardworking past 6 months. What happens when the Queen dies? I don't really know how the succession occurs. They celebrated her Platinum Jubilee, 70 years, last year in June. She was out just a few days ago, waving to her friends and fans and family and so forth. Geez, she's been alive. There's never been a point in my life that she hasn't been Queen, so it's really, it's awful. I know you guys love your Queen. Cheers to the Queen today. The other stuff, we'll move on a little bit. I just came on really to say that, and then I decided, since I have you here in my clutches, I have a great author coming on tomorrow afternoon. He's an excellent musician. This is the most famous musician you've never heard of. His name is Andy Cahan. He is an amazing, when I say amazing, this guy is amazing. He's played with Hendrix, Ringo, Nilsson, the Turtles, Little Richard, Dr. John, Seals and Crofts, Billy Bob Thornton, Ray Bolger, Grace Slick, me, and more. Is just the guy who is more like, who hasn't he played with? He's got Zappa, Hendrix. He's got members of Zappa bands. Dr. John, of all people, one of my great favorites, the Night Tripper. Russ Kunkel, of course, but Russ doesn't count. He's like, Virgin 300 times over. We love Russ. He is a monster. So yeah, this guy's played with Leo Kottke. He's played, I don't know. He's a remarkable talent. He plays all instruments. He's produced some, played with, there you go, Little Richard. He was a streaker on an airplane. I've done that once. My youthful indiscretions, one of many. I'll tell you what, this book, The Most Infamous Musician You've Never Heard Of, a rock and roll soundtrack starring Hendrix and many more. I'm going to be talking to him tomorrow afternoon. And hey, brother, how are you, man? My brother's on here. Brian Stone, it's good to see you, buddy. I'm glad that you're out. I don't know, Brian, if you've heard, but the Queen has passed away. Please, no anti-monarchy jokes, brother. I've got my friends from England here, and it's an awful day for them. So, yeah, tomorrow afternoon we got Andy Cahan, and he's going to kick ass. And I don't have the music loaded, or I'd give you a taste. What I have coming on tomorrow afternoon, I have. Let me just make sure I have this right. Yes, tomorrow morning we have Mark Rich, our friend from England. I think it's appropriate that he's playing, that we have him booked for tomorrow, the Queen passing, and we'll get him to give us a little perspective on it. And then I have an amazing blues man on for the first guest, and you're going to like this guy, Memphis Gold. Memphis Gold is a blues man, and he's going to knock you out. I'm going to tell you, I've had some good shows, and this is going to be a great show. I can feel it in my bones. The guy's, he's excellent. Let me see if I can play a little bit of his music off my iPad that he sent over. And okay, where is he? My mail. Okay, take that out of there. No, I don't want to edit anything. Cancel. Just want to find. Type in, see if I can get him this way. Memphis. No, it's not in this one. Okay. Well, at any rate, so that's what's going on. And I just came on. I was looking at the news. It seems like the Queen is the story of the day and probably the year. It's really amazing. I just have to say, you kind of get used to thinking that people will live forever, and we don't, unfortunately. So everybody here at the show, I know we all feel for our friends over in England who love the Queen and around the world. Woman, not many people can really pick a bone with the Queen, other than Harry and the other one. But that's a topic for another day. I promised I wouldn't get into any smart jokes. It's hard for me. Please, I'm on a 12-step program to not make snarky jokes. It is sad, Dan. Dan, I'm going to ask you a question since you live in the Queen's England. What do you think? I'm pretty sure it's just going to be an overwhelming, sadness for the country. Will you be traveling to see the Queen's Cottage as it goes across the country? I'm asking because it just seems like it's such a monumental period in history. It's not every day that a queen. There's not many queens left, and she was, like I said, I liked her because she went out and talked to the common people, and that I did like about her a lot. And from all I can tell, she was a relatively nice lady. I'm not a big person for monarchy, but that's okay. I'm an American, and I respect. We've been great allies with the Brits forever, and I hope we continue that. For all my friends over there, I love you guys, and I am sorry you're going through the death of someone that really means a lot to you. In the meantime, in other news, we've just got the wars going on. Steve Bannon has surrendered. Let's see what else. UN warns of children being snatched. Well, I don't know where they're doing that, but it happens everywhere, and people ought to keep their eye on their kids. And then there's this is a really great story. Vampire Grave shows that in the 17th century, fear of women who didn't fit in. Oh, Dan's in France. Okay. Where are you at, Dan? Are you in Paris? Are you at the shore? What are you doing? Cheers, Master. Master, I don't recognize your moniker, but welcome. Glad to have you here on the Queen's passing. We got another idiot shows up at a congressman's house with a gun last night. That's always fun. He apparently survived the ordeal. Let's see. What else we got here? Stress and anxiety boost chances of getting long COVID. You think? Geez, that's really brilliant. I wonder how much we spent on that. Another passing, Bernard Shaw passed away today at 82 years old. Gosh, Really sad to. I was in the northwest of France. Okay, beautiful place. Gosh, I hope you're eating well and enjoying a lot of good food. I'm looking here. What else have we got? Uh, there's book bans. That's kind of weird. I don't like those. I don't know if you do, but you shouldn't. I'll tell you, book bans are bad. It's just like, okay. Bans of books are bad. Can't do that. Not prudent. Let's see. A French dentist is jailed for mass mutilation. I got it. Every time I read the news, this is what I do when I read the news, people. Because you watch people you watch. I try to find some good news on here. And of course, with the Queen passing away today, it's just kind of a day that's gone, and that's all we'll be talking about. All the rest of the news that I'm going through, that's bad enough. But I can't find one positive story on the entire Drudge Report today. Now, I know this is a news source that a lot of people read. Oh, I remember. Okay, Master Boydo. Konnichiwa. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, that you lost, your queen. I really do mean that. Again, I'm getting back to this, though. It's just such a drag. There's not like one good story here. This is even worse, man. I thought it was going to be a happy ending. Rescued dolphin dies despite weeks of care, man. Imagine how those people feel today. They just feel like shit. But there is not one story. And this psychologist, he's just some psychologist. He probably analyzes himself too much. That's like mental masturbation, I think, at its best. Any rate, I'm just adding some stray comments here. Links to suicide, stress and anxiety. Again, anybody out there is ever feeling really terrible, call somebody. Call me. Call anybody. But don't do that. It just ruins everybody's life around you. And they'll all feel for the rest of their life that they could have helped. So if you feel that way and you've got reason to, talk to somebody. Go out, call someone. Call me. Hey, Dan. Yeah, man. Dan, I'll tell you, do some stuff to keep yourself going. I recommend music. I recommend good literature, positive stuff. And if you're really feeling depressed, do something you need to do. It works for me. Another thing that I find that works, and I do it when nobody's around, but sing really loud. Enjoy it. Put on some rock and roll and rehearse. I like to sit down at my drum kit, sing and play, and beat the shit out of my drum kit. And it's really impossible if you're singing and you have your head up, it's impossible to be depressed. So I tell you, try the musical cure if you're feeling down. Or just if you don't sing, if you can't sing a note, crank up something that makes you feel positive. Music's the best thing, and stay positive, Dan. There's a lot of goddamn good things in this world, and you're a young guy, man. You always expect the unexpected, and just cultivate a calm middle ground in life. You don't have to react to everything. Just sit back, enjoy life, and you'll do all right. Yeah, I understand, God. When I was your age, it was a lot different world, but we had similar things. We had to hide under our desks. The Cold War was in crazy bloom. Here in the New York area, I mean, we had random drills all the time. When I turned 19, I could have been drafted. That was while the Afghan war was going on, but not with us. That was going on with the Russians. And I'll tell you this, I was a long-haired leaping gnome, rock and roll guy, and I did not want to go fight. Did not want to be drafted. Reagan won, and I was terrified. He had an ad that he ran during that campaign, and I still remember coming home from a gig and seeing this ad where it just showed Reagan, and they were talking about Russia, and it's talking about the threat and the number of nuclear missiles and all these type of things. And then the camera pivots to a Kodiak bear standing up. Things like 12 feet tall. It's huge. And you got Reagan over here, if I remember the imagery. The bear's here. Reagan's over here. Like, I can't do it on the camera. At any rate, it was scary as hell. And they reinstituted the draft that year. I guess it was 1979. It scared the crap out of me. So I'll tell you, Dan, if you're really feeling down, don't look at the news too much. It'll just, it's, as I said here, look at this right here. Too much free time won't make you happier. Well, everybody, we all need purpose. You got to have something to do with yourself. And I tell people this all the time. Take news and media a little bit out of your daily, and then focus on people that you meet. Try and get through a day and meet 4 new people. Have a conversation, You'll find out there's a lot of interesting folks out there. And you've got the world and a lot of people, if you're having, issues, that want to help. So, feel good. Don't be ashamed to ask for help if somebody's going through things. I've got plenty of people I've had in my family and friends who've had real hard times, and I'm glad that they're survivors and have made it back for the most part. Life is too short, so don't get too misery. Don't get miserable, man. And if you do, call somebody if you're really feeling bad. Get us. You got to have a posse. You got to have a bunch of people, who hang out and like you enough to, hang with you and go through things in life. So, my brother's watching, Brian. I'm glad you're here, bro. Always welcome. And that's it, guys. So tomorrow we have Memphis Gold. We have Rick Davis and his band from across the pond. And as I said earlier, for those of you who haven't heard, I'm sorry, but the Queen has passed away this afternoon. Let's see, what time is it here? It is 2 o'clock. So it's 7 o'clock, evening hours. Evening news is on in London. Sky News is broadcasting it live, and so I suggest you check that out. Okay, everybody, on this somber day, I'm not going to play any music going out. It just feels kind of weird. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. Bye.